What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing? It is the Christmas holidays and coming to you with an update from the Pro Traders Lounge. Today we've got myself, Trader Or, Imi, H. Paul, Chris, and the man himself, the General. Going to be giving you an update on stocks, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. We'll be covering a few things, so we may as well jump right into it, I suppose. I'm going to widen this screen. I'm going to be going over Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum USDT. Why? Because I like how it's looking, and we have a pretty good past with Ethereum. I'll just go over what we did when the group kind of started. To be honest, nearly every single high and low on the ETH USDT pair was given out to in advance. Let me go on to 6 hour here. The only low or high I haven't really given out was pretty much here, this range. But you can see I have a really nice past with this coin, so I like to follow it then. Like every coin that I kind of have a really good past with, I like to leave it on my list, you could say, on the right side. You just kind of have a feel for that coin, or you kind of understand it more than the other ones. But you can see here we had a butterfly harmonic, right? And the interesting thing about this is we timed this low down here, and we got this high up here, and we got the long into the high and the short down to the low. And before the bounce over here there was a big point of control that we were looking for, and there was a bounce off of this, and then I was saying I was looking for the swing failure pattern of that low, which we did, which was so nice, right into that volume gap, and we got that big move up then, which we traded as well. I think I took it up to around this zone here, and then we got the short back down. That one was inside in the lounge as well. Like when she came down, I must get rid of all of this stuff here. When she came down and took the lows, I was looking for a range down here. Once she came down, I was looking for a really long range, mainly because of what I have here for you. Is this higher time frame harmonic again? Right, so this is a potential butterfly what we have here, and I've been looking for this now for quite some time. We were up here when I seen it. It was like, okay, we have a potential butterfly that could come down and take the lows down here. But the only thing is that she came down like this. That doesn't look right to me, does it? You know, that looks absolutely atrocious. So some time had to be spent down here. Now what I was looking was for a range to be put in. Some sort of range to be put in, so we can extend that period on the D of that harmonic. So the good thing is we have the TR pocket here. We have this potential run of these lows here of this double bottom liquidity down here. So I'll be looking out for this higher time frame harmonic that could be playing out on Ethereum, and also I have a fractal that we were using as well inside the lounge. When we came down and took these lows here, as you can see, we came down, we took the low in a three wave fashion too. This was the important thing, because I've seen a range before, and this was on Bitcoin. It was in 2019 when it just brought me back straight away when we did this three wave. We did a range, and then we see that little three wave hook and took the low. When we did that, I just instantly thought of the Bitcoin fractal that we did that had a straight move up. So this was the confidence for the move up on Ethereum, and then we got that move down, so it was even better. And this is kind of the main reason I was calling for a range, because we had a range on this before we broke down and took the lows and went up. So this is going to be my update on today's Friday update, which is normally beers and charts, but it's the holidays and everyone is kind of busy or with their friends and family. So the next person is going to be on is going to be Chris, and he'll most likely be going over some solid TA on Bitcoin. I want to remind everyone as well, trade safe over the holidays. Spend some time with your friends and family. Take a bit of a break. If you're going to be trading, make sure it's low leverage trades or lower position size than normal. You don't want to trade to ruin your Christmas, okay? Because you took some bad trades and we're getting too greedy or something. So sit back and relax over this Christmas, alright? And I'll see you all inside the lounge, alright? Cheers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris from Pro Traders Lounge. I would like to share my high time frame view on Bitcoin with you. So, what do we have here? I was looking at something different than usual. I found some stuff which I personally think is interesting. So first of all, let's have a look at this local area where we are. So we found at the moment we are finding support at this weekly level. This is an old weekly level, and we are holding above it here on higher time frame. For me, this level is quite interesting because this was like the first all-time high we put in. So it was quite a decent rally we had here. We had the back test here, created this weekly, so we couldn't get above it and had a nice drop. So at the moment we are basically we found initial support here at this weekly, dropped, and now we're finding support at this next pivotal area here, this weekly level. Yeah, so we are holding this level at the moment. Sure, if we continue to drop here, yeah, I think then there's not too much support until basically this area here. Yeah, so I would be looking towards like 11 to 12K here next, and ultimately then this point of control area down to around 6.5K, and we do have like also big support level here at around 9.2 and 8.2 volume wise. Yeah, so but this is still far away, but those are just level on high time frame I'm aware of, but of course we have to break support first. I do have an idea that the potential bottom is in here. Why? I mean, it's potentially, yeah, so it doesn't, we have to see confirmation, yeah. Yeah, as mentioned already, we are holding above this weekly area here at the moment. We are holding it, and we do have this falling wedge here locally. I mean, we're looking at the weekly chart here, yeah, so this is high time frame view. We do have this falling wedge here, and which is quite nice. Yeah, one very interesting thing for me, I will come back to the wedge later. If you look at the volume, I mean, look at the selling volume here. We had like a big selling spike and selling volume here at this candle. So big selling volume, and then sideways, and then another big increase in selling volume, big selling volume. But if you look at the candle spreads here, this is like a big downwards, big black candles, so selling on big selling volume. Another one, big selling. But if you look at the candle spread is decreasing actually. Yeah, so volume is increasing, but the candle spread is decreasing. And also here, the crazy big spike in volume, that the highest volume overall. This is a Coinbase chart, so we are going back to 215 here, back to the dinosaurs, and yeah, you see this big volume coming in here, but the candle spread is actually smaller. So there's a lot of effort put in, but price is not continuing to drop. Yeah, so this is like a sign for me that this is a potential bottom put in here. Yeah, because we're putting in a lot of effort, but do not see price actually yeah, continuing lower. So this is something interesting, but we need to see some confirmation now. So therefore, we are looking at this wedge here locally. So first sign of strength here would be if we claim this like yeah, basically 18K area, break above this trend line, and then ultimately I would like to see a market structure change. So this is the key level here. If we break above this pivot here and put in a higher low and continue, this is like the first sign, the first big sign of strength. If we start to if we break above this level, put in a higher low, and this would be like a high time frame, big confirmation that the bottom is potentially in and we are changing the trend on higher time frame and continue upwards. Yeah, this was something I was looking at like lately, and yeah, I found this idea quite interesting. But yeah, we have to see how it develops. Yeah, so have great holidays, guys. I wish you a Merry Christmas, whoever is celebrating Christmas, and yeah, have a great end of the year, and I catch you all in the next year. Bye bye, guys.
I've been trading silver long from down in this area here. Why do I like this area for a short? I'm 60% on this Gartley pattern. I'm not 100% fixed on it, although I do like this area for a short. Why do I like the area for a short? Personally, we can see there was a lot of volume carried on, business carried on up here, and in particular at this level, which also gives us a nice, bear with me 1 second, it gives us a really, really lovely area to trade, and you can see that this comes in perfectly around this golden pocket area. The confluence there for me is enough for a class B trade, so I'll be looking to short this area, potentially down to support here, which is support wise I think a quarterly level. So there's a quarterly support this level here, so I'd like to see all these trapped longs up here that got involved in this trade up here get out of their trades from where they were trapped, and hopefully cascade the price back down to here. I don't expect this will be a quick trade, but like this trade, this was from October. I took the long here. I expect this to play out over a month or so, and that's my 2 higher time frame trades for you, and that is on silver. So enjoy, and I hope you make lots of paper money trading that.
Hello everyone, this is Michael or When Sailing, and I'll walk you through my high time frame view here on Bitcoin, basically going over price action, what I think will happen next. So I'll jump right into it and I'll show you what I've been looking at on the higher time frame. See here one of my important FIB channels. If we zoom out here more locally, I'll show you basically how I pulled this one from the high to the low, and you can see how well respected, how well it defined price action. Support, dropped below it, bam bam bam, support, resistance, and a low again below it, and then here locally we are currently at support. So really important support level here on the higher time frame. And what will I do here with it? Like, as long as we are on the upper side of the 1618, I will trade it to the upper side or to the 1382, and if we start losing it, I will trade it to the 1.75 here, more locally around 11k. So definitely 2 higher time frame levels, very important for me to look out, and also very important the parallel channel here. So channel that held us very well, very nice, between midpoint, very well respected so far. And if we combine those two, we could simply range here sideways until we get to the intersection of both of them. So that would be amazing. Here on a higher time frame perspective, if we zoom in a little bit, go into the 4-hour time frame, for example, I gave 2 levels a few weeks ago inside the Pro Traders launch, inside our Discord. So basically the waves clusters here. So that cluster I gave around the 9th of November, and you can see how well it was respected. I told everyone I would like to see this cluster tap, basically a cluster with a lot of negative delta, speed of delta and speed of waves, giving a nice reaction. And on the drop now here, or also on the highs, we created a newer cluster. So this cluster will be invalidated now and a new one moved instead here. And inside the Pro Traders launch, I also gave our customers, our dear traders, the info that whenever it is printed and we lose it, either to the upside or to the downside, I'll wait for a longer time backtest of the cluster before entering into a short, for example, or into a long. So you can see here, we wicked above it, but never backtested it, ripped right through the cluster. And then once we lost the cluster, we had about 4 or 5 hours here of backtesting against the cluster nearly to the dollar before we got a really nice rejection of about 8%, 9% here to the downside. So really important cluster here for me. And if we look what happened here more locally, you can also see here another cluster forming at the low. So I informed everyone inside the Discord that we have the cluster here to the low, and that means for me either we are backtesting the cluster to the low or the one to the high. So very important, those two clusters here more locally, and 2 key levels to the upside for me here at 1760, where we got a candle with a lot of negative delta, with a lot of aggressive shorts pushing the price down. And that's basically the first resistance for me to the upside. So 1760 key level to reclaim in order to tap the upper cluster, and if not, reject from here and go back to the lower cluster. And that's it from my side here on Bitcoin. I wish you all a nice holiday season, and I hope to see you soon inside the Pro Traders launch, in our Discord, or here on YouTube. Have a good time.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, guys. And once again, welcome to the PTL chat and BS. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys through the journey of how we have been able to trade Bitcoin since the launch of PTL. I'm gonna be trying as quick as I can, guys, because my slides are gonna be a bit more. So I'm gonna try and keep it under the 10 minutes. If it goes beyond that, please do apologize, but I'm definitely sure you guys are going to enjoy watching this Now, let's get started without wasting any further time. So, when we launched PTL, guys, we had this chart for Bitcoin. I was just simply looking at this here, that this has been a drop lower here that we've seen, and then this has been a move up. And one thing that I noticed was this inside bar candle once we had this as an inside bar candle, we had a drop. The very same thing that we had here, we had this inside bar candle that was forming almost at the end of July and I expected that this was going to play the similar structure that we are seeing here. This was just a simple candle pattern, and these were the levels that we have marked, that we are expecting that we're going to see a little bit of a move up here, and then this drop lower. This was nothing much except the inside the candle patterns fast forward later today, if you look at Bitcoin, it has played inch perfectly here. We got to move to the upside here as we forecasted, and for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, now we are trading lower on Bitcoin. We still have not yet reached the level that we were looking for, but the beauty of this is that you will see that my Elliott wave count was also based on this candle pattern structure that we were seeing, that we should be seeing this one dropping lower here. Now let's dive into the way the wave curve that I've always had. Obviously this was a monthly time frame. This was just an update in September. So what the reason behind why were we expecting that Bitcoin should keep on dropping as it is dropping today? We're simply looking for this structure. So this is one of the things that we were following. Obviously this is a higher time frame view that we had on Bitcoin. It was on a weekly time frame. Again, we went on a daily time frame, just trying to detail to the members what we are looking at a year. And eventually we are looking at Bitcoin to come around these levels. Please take note, guys. This is not a financial advice, but this is what we are expecting at the Pro Traders Lounge and what we have been sharing to our members. Now, this is where it all begins a year on the lower time frame, 1 hourly time frame. We've looked at this year, it should be a study that was complete here, and we're expecting that Bitcoin will eventually give us this drop a year. You will take note, not even a single time we speak about the move to the up side. Every time we're looking for those bounces and a drop, and they were taken from this chart here that you saw on this monthly time frame, because we analyze it from the monthly time frame first before we can even go on this lower time frame. But fast forward, we moved on a year that we had this as a fib time here that was calling that Bitcoin has already made a peak here around the 25,000 mark, and this was shared to our members, and we said now expect to see a big drop on Bitcoin. Look what happens next. Bitcoin start to give us this drop here. Obviously we track this year almost London Open and also New York Open. We track these charts here every time, so we expected that we should be seeing that one continuing with the drop here, and eventually we're seeing this drop here on Bitcoin. Every time on the lower time frame when we're getting this bounce here, unfortunately I won't be sharing the 15-minute charts, guys, because this video will even be too long here. But the fast forward Fibonacci time, calling the peak here, and we said this was ready, that which was going to drop lower on Bitcoin. So we kept on updating our members. Obviously, we do not move in a straight line. We drop here. We find ourselves in this correction here. We said, do you expect that this is still going to drop? And we had this key critical level here, which was our invalidation level. Let's move forward here. Bitcoin, it dropped again here. Remember that we were around this area here. We wanted to see this drop here. Eventually gave us this drop lower here. Now we were expecting that we should be seeing some bit of a pullback here before we can even drop lower. Now look what happens here. Obviously, as we move to our right, the labels will keep on changing. We adjusted our wave count, and we've had this is our wave 1 here, this being our wave 2, and we expected that we should be seeing this one here dropping lower. If you're bearing in mind, from July, now we are in September, from July, we said this was going to keep on dropping here. So what are we looking at here? We're just looking for the 3-wave bounce, and we're looking for more continuation move to the down side. Now let's move on here. Again, Bitcoin continuing with the drop as expected. If you look at the previous chart, we expected that this was our wave 2, ready to make a drop here, and eventually this is what we are seeing on Bitcoin. It dropped lower again here. Now we're going back, taking our members back here. Now this is in September. We are saying, guys, we are still well aware of what is happening on the monthly time frame. As we forecasted, we're still calling that this should drop here. There's nothing that has changed. We still like the idea that we should be seeing Bitcoin dropping lower. That was just a reminder to our members. And again, on the lower time frame, obviously we get a bouncer here. Now we adjust our wave count, this being our wave 1. We just wanted to see this being a 3-way pullback, and we wanted to see this drop here. But because of Ethereum as well, we look at Ethereum as well. So we saw this year that this is a 5-wave move to the upside here. Now we had this in mind, that this is very likely that this is a 3-wave move here as a structure here, as ugly as it was. But we look at this, you have been an expanding failed corrective structure, and I remember very well we had a very nice divergence here between the price and the RSI. So that's why you see that on the following slide we said this might be ready for a drop, apart from giving us this 3-way pullback here. Now look at this here. We were in one of those live trading rooms here. We almost give around 16 hours of our live trading rooms, apart from the ad hoc session that we just simply jump in as soon as we see some volatility in the market. That's how much work we put in here. And Bitcoin did not disappoint here. It just gave gave us this drop lower here, even though we were expecting that this might still give us this here because we wanted to see that corrective structure. But because of this, we were well aware that this might drop here. That's why we said we should keep on looking for this one here to drop, even if it doesn't give us this corrective structure here, but we kept on selling on Bitcoin. This is not all. Look at this here. Bitcoin start to drop here. We wanted to see a three-way move pullback, and now the structure has changed because we did see that this is very likely that this was the structure I was talking about here, and we are well on our way to the downside on Bitcoin. I'm gonna try and be faster here, guys. But again, yeah, we saw this move to a downside. Remember that we were looking for a three-wave move here. We got this three-wave move as much as we wanted to see it more higher, but we knew that the market is prioritizing this bearish move here. So that's why we said every time we see those three-wave bounces, we keep on selling Bitcoin. Fast forward, the roadmap that we shared our members, why we expecting this drop here was this simply a five-wave move that we want to see to be completed on Bitcoin here. So this was just a 4-hour chart showing to our members why we should keep on selling Bitcoin. Again, yeah, Bitcoin start to give us this three-wave pullback here correction. We wanted to see this here dropping lower here. Obviously, we were trading this against this 22,804 area here, and you will see there on the next slide, as much as we spend time here, but look what happens next year. Yeah, we get into these special areas which we call it our blue box. From this blue box here, we said Bitcoin was ready to drop to our members, and that is exactly what we got here on Bitcoin. Simply move here, wasting no time. We got that big impulsively move to the downside here. So this is just to show you guys that how do we track this yeah. I'm gonna lose track of this year. Okay, so we were around this area here. After we got this drop lower here, obviously Bitcoin pulled back on us here, giving us this three-way move. We still wanted to see this here against this critical level that we should be getting this move to the downside on Bitcoin. Now see what happens next here. Bitcoin gets into the blue box again. Once we were in the blue box here, we wanted to see this one dropping to the downside here. And fast forward, let's see what happens here on the next slide. Very likely here. I'm gonna try and don't lose track of this here. Do apologize with this here, guys. I'm trying to not to lose track. Okay, so again here, the blue box, Bitcoin gets into the blue box. We get a drop that we are looking for here, and we told our members that we are still like to look for. We are very likely that we are still going to see this bearish move to the downside here. Obviously, this drop lower here, it dropped lower and started to give us this pullback. And we said again, we are looking at this one to go back into the blue box, and we are still looking for this move to the downside here. We're not looking for these buying opportunities here. Bitcoin started to give us a move to the upside from these lows here, and we said this is going to give us this move to the upside here. Now, and we were trading this against this invalidation level here. Now we look at this as our wave one, WXY corrective structure to play out here. Now let's see how does this play out here. Bitcoin never disappoints here. It give us this move here to the downside here instead to give us this drop. The structure was not clear here, so we wanted to see a clear three-wave move structure here, obviously against these swing lows. Then we wanted to see that move to the up side. And then let's see how did Bitcoin play out after that here. The very same thing. Now we start to get this clear three-wave structure that we were looking for here on the lower time frame. Now this, because we trade this also on the lower time frame, we said this is a good enough, this was very enough that we can trade it to the upside here, but we wanted to see it come to the other side of the channel. Then from there we start to see this move to the up side. Now let's move forward here. Sorry guys, I keep on losing this here. All right, so we get this move. Now we spotted that this should come and check the blue box here, and then from here we wanted to see this move to the upside right after taking the blue box. Now let's move on here. We check the blue box here again. We were on the live London live surging somewhere around this area here, or it was a New York opening. We got the check into the blue box. Now we get this move to the upside here on the lower time frame. We were able to trade this here on the 15-minute. Like I've said it, the video would be too long if I were to also cover those 15-minute charts. Moving forward, we got that move from the blue box to another blue box here, and from this blue box now we wanted to see Bitcoin to trade lower here, because that was the trend, that it should eventually make a move to the down side. It stays in that blue box here. Again, we get one more leg up. We were still in this area of a blue box here, and then eventually we said this was done here. It's time for the bearish move to the downside, sharing this here to our members at the Pro Traders Lounge on our Discord. Again, yeah, Bitcoin never disappoints. Give us a big drop to the downside as expected, yeah, and nothing much except that this was an update here that we were still expecting to see this more bearish move to the downside. We end the move to the downside here. We wanted to see this through a pullback and then a drop lower, but then the market will not always give us what we want. We wanted to see these three-wave moves around these levels here, but then eventually Bitcoin went as far as coming around this area here. But we saw two correctively, so we said to our members, get ready for this move to the upside here. Now we had this on the 1 hourly time frame that you want to see these levels around 18,000, 18,400, and then from there, this is when we're going to look for that bearish move to the down side. Now this is when we got that move to the upside here on Bitcoin, but we wanted to see this one dropping lower here for a three-wave move before we see a move to the upside here. And again, Bitcoin gave us this three-wave move, pulled back here into the blue box. We look at this here, the target was around 18,000 to 18,400 here, and we said now we are looking for that move to the upside. And this is when we started to track this here on the lower time frame. Now this is when the buyers were coming in here. We saw this three-wave move pulled back from the blue box. We said this was ready, that we can look for that bullish move to the upside. Trade execution around this area here, and we would look at this to have been our invalidation level. It never disappoints. Bitcoin make a move to the upside there, and we still wanted to see this move to the upside based on the blue box that we had somewhere around this 1800 to 18400 area. Again, yeah, we had a move to the upside there. We come back for this three-wave here, and we said again, look for the buying opportunity around this area here of the blue box. Now, this is what we get here after that. This being an expanding flat corrective structure, the three-wave move, we get again here to buy this one into the blue box. And this was the first target area here. This area that I've marked was our first target. Obviously, we wanted to see this make a move to the upside, drop lower, and then one more leg to the upside here. And guess what? Bitcoin never disappoints here. Like I've said, this was our target here. We get into this blue box again here, and we wanted to look for that move to the up side. And that is exactly what we get. We get to hit the first target here. Obviously, we still wanted to see this one here, giving us a three-way pullback and then a move to the upside. Unfortunately, it gave us an impulsively move here, but because this was the first target, this is the beauty of knowing the levels here. We said to our members, look to take majority of your profits here, and if these give us a three-way pullback here, then we are still going to be looking for the buys. But then it came down impulsively here and invalidated our level. After that invalidation level, we said now we are ready for the bearish move to the downside. We were somewhere around this area here. We wanted to see this dropping lower here and this three-way pullback before we drop lower. As I said it, 15-minute time frame, we accommodate our members again. 15-minute time frame, we said expect that this was going to drop here lower and move up here, and then this three-way pullback before we can drop lower. And fast forward, what is happening recently with the Bitcoin is that we've got this move to the upside here, we've got the pullback here. Now we are somewhere around this area here. Now the big question is, are we getting this move to the upside here, or we are ready to make the big move to the upside? And for that, you will find out inside the members area on our Discord channel. So basically, this has been the journey of a Bitcoin, how we have traded it since the start or since the launch of PTL. Right, guys, so for more ideas where to Bitcoin from here, we look forward you guys that you join our PTL, and also look at our specials here. Our specials on our Twitter handles. You can always follow us, but mainly follow us on the Pro Traders Lounge on Facebook. You can also watch our YouTube page as well. That is Pro Traders Lounge for more free content there. All right, guys, that's all what I wanted to share with you. Have a good one, and cheers, and bye-bye.
Hi everyone, this is Imi from the Pro Traders Lounge. Today I'm going to do something a bit different from the other guys, and I'm going to go over Tesla and Doge because they've been very prominent in the news in the past few days, obviously because of the whole Elon Musk link, and because they're just very popular things to trade. So what I've been seeing on Tesla, I've been posting all updates in our group in the Pro Traders Lounge Discord, is we've had like a long-term liquidity level first off. So if you look at this orange, yellowy orange level here, with multiple touches on that before big break, right? So this price action wasn't nice because I would ordinarily expect a clear swing failure type of move, so a drop down into support before a move upwards to take some of these highs, but we didn't get that. Instead, we had some kind of local ranging price action, which wasn't good for trading. You can possibly some scalps here, but like off that support level, but wasn't brilliant. And since then, Tesla's been big in the news, and it's been a big downtrend. So what I want to highlight here is a few swing points that you guys can use as support and resistance levels. So what you notice here, there was some ranging and some consolidation, and the swing high there from the start of that consolidation range. There was some, again, over here, ranging, consolidation, breakout, and a swing point here at the highs. Same thing here. So if you mark off these highs, they always form good support resistance levels. And if you look at current price action, you can see we had a nice reaction from the first one. Great for a scalp. If you're good at taking profits, you can scalp levels like this. On this kind of move, I would have taken a long there, compounded if we took some highs, but certainly taken profit in this range here. On the way down, you can see we're approaching this next level here. So it's a very key level to start. For me, it's where you want to start looking for longs on a high time frame. But it hasn't been straightforward with Tesla because look, there's so much going on. We had a gap fill over here and an order block, so you can call that a gap fill and an order block. So that potentially should have been a nice support level, but because so many people were looking for reversals here, we had the opposite. Often when too many people are looking for a level, you get a breakthrough that level because there's too many early longs basically going at that level. So that area there gave some low time frame support. So if we go to the 1 hour 15-minute chart, that zone there gave an exact bounce initially before prices consolidated and broke through it. So that wasn't a great long, and I did mention to the group that this kind of region would be a good place to start looking for longs. But then I posted a low time frame update saying that there's no long for me yet because price action is still bearish. So one big key candle I've noticed here is this one here. So there's a big high volume drop there. I would say that's the next level to watch as a key level to see where price reacts from here. So on NY Open today, watch this level here. Again, if you zoom in locally, see how that key level reacted. Kind of exact touch so far. So yeah, there's loads of different methods you can have for getting entries. One basic one you want to have is a change of market structure. So if you say these are highs right now, let's mark it in orange. Right, so these are highs right now. At the very least, you want to see price claim this sort of levels and make a move up, possibly a back test, and start taking some highs. So like levels here to take. Each one of these big drops is resistance, so I would mark these off as places to even take profit if you do get a move up. So you can say from there to kind of there. They're kind of resistance zones. So actually, if you look for you can look for shorts if you're into shorting, or just look for these as take profit areas on if price starts to make its way up. There's a nice drop here as well. Look. So these are like imbalances, untested imbalances, so they make good SR levels as well as TP levels. So yeah, so that's a quick overview of Tesla. With Doge, what's Doge been doing? Doge. Right, so a big overview of Doge so far. We had some very bearish price action, a nice rally here. But if you look where it rallied into, it was, if you just do a simple fixed range volume pull, so I like doing it from the big big moves. We kind of almost exactly hit this high volume node or point of control. So it wasn't a perfect reaction, but it gives you a nice idea of where support and resistance are. So this whole high volume area here, but Doge reacted off there. To the downside, you could do the same kind of thing, and see that we're approaching support now on these lows. All right, so there's a nice high volume node here, kind of there, and the POC over here. So there's a few levels to look at for Doge. Again, you want to find good entries. I mean, when you have these strong levels marked, you need to find good entries. So I would say they've got so many equal lows down here. There's potential for price to wick down, make for a swing failure type move. So say these levels here, quite relatively equal lows. My preferred scenario here would be like a move down into one of these support areas before I move up again. But if we don't get that, you just want to look for signs of strength locally. So if price starts taking these highs, starts claiming these highs, you want to look for a move upwards, possibly a back test and continuation upwards. So they're relatively easy plays, but it's always best to look for confirmation. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick one today. That's me kind of done for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the PTL Discord group and website. All further information about these is in the description below this video. If you like this video, drop us some feedback, smash up that like button, and thank you everyone and happy holidays.